Hi guys, I'm Daphne Quay, your boss lady realtor. Today, we are going to talk about how far or how much home you can buy throughout Austin, Texas for $700,000. Now for the purpose of this video, I didn't use exactly $700,000. I'm doing like $690 to $710. So we have like a $20,000 spectrum to go from. Let's do it. I'm Daphne Quay, your boss lady realtor here in Austin, Texas. If this is your first time on my channel and you want to learn everything about living, breathing, sleeping, eating, playing, working in the ATX, make sure to click that notification button and click that subscribe button so you get notified every time I have a new video. I get calls and texts from people just like you all the time that are thinking about relocating to Austin, and I love hearing from you guys. If you're thinking about relocating anywhere in the Austin area, please make sure to call me, text me, email me, send me an Instagram DM, whatever works. If you're thinking about moving to Austin, I got you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about 4 or 5 different neighborhoods kind of in the Austin area, like north, central, south, east, and west, basically. So it'll give you a general idea of what there is in that price range, because there are hundreds of little sub-baby neighborhoods, and we just don't have time for that, and I think you would get so bored listening to that. So, okay, let's go, let's just do it. So to start with, I need my computer. What we're gonna do is we're going to go into our realtor database. Basically, it's called MLS, Multiple Listing Service. And that is where all of our real-time realtor information lives. That's where Zillow, Redfin, Trulia, Realtor.com, like all the real estate websites, the MLS is where they get their information from. So follow along, we're gonna look at some options. So this screen here is where we go to look for listings whenever we are looking for a home, whether it's in Austin or anything right outside of Austin. What I've done here is I've put homes that are active, that means that are currently for sale, and I'm only including Austin, not including any suburbs or anything that's kind of Austin. It's Austin proper, period. The price range, as you can see, that I used is the $690 to $710 mark. That's the only criteria. I'm gonna open the map here so we can see where everything is. We're really only gonna take a look at a handful of homes. There are 31 homes that popped up on the search. And I just wanna make sure to zone in on kind of like general areas. And of course, if you have more questions about more specific neighborhoods, you can always call me, email me, or send me an Instagram DM. Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna start off in North Central Austin, right in this region. This is the area where the domain is, and this area has grown a whole ton in the last 3 or 4 years. It used to be super, super, super inexpensive, and it's still kind of affordable for Austin standards, but there was a point where you could get a home for like $180,000, like a decent home, and that just does not exist. That same home today easily costs $370,000, $380,000. So let's do it. The first home that I'm going to show you here on this list is a new construction home that is just on the edge of North Central Austin. It's right off of Palmer Lane, which is one of the streets that goes east and west, and it connects 35 and Mopac. Actually, Palmer goes like way further than that, but that's, for our purposes, that's what we're going to be focusing on. This particular home is a new construction home. It is 3,252 square feet. It has 4 bedrooms and it has 3 full bathrooms and 1 half bath, so 4 baths. It's a 2-story home. It looks like the builder doesn't have any real photos of the home. I've actually seen this one. They've just got the blueprints for construction, but it's a brand new home and it's listed at $699. Let's go back to the map here. I'm also going to pull up homes in Northwest Austin, and then later we're gonna go a little bit further south to Southwest. Northwest Austin is a really wonderful area. Northwest Austin has always been kind of an established neighborhood, known for good schools, known for lots of scenery, big yards, gorgeous trees, nice homes. Everybody takes really good care of their homes. It's just a very easy neighborhood to like, and it's also very close to the major highways. So it feels like you're kind of in the middle of a forest, but you've got very quick access to practical things that humans need. Let's take a look at this home here. This home is a bit older, which is actually pretty typical for this pocket of Austin. And older, it's like not that old. So you can see here, it was built in 1980. The home is 2,473 square feet. There are 3 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. Let's click through some of these photos. So these ones generally have a lot more character because they are older and they do tend to have just a lot more greenery. The trees and the vegetation in general has had a long time to grow and flourish. The asking price for this home is $695. So again, that's Northwest Austin. Let's go back to the map. So far we've covered north central. Over here is northwest. I'm gonna jump down to Southwest Austin here, we call this area the Y. This is where so let me back up. We have a highway called Highway 290. It goes east and west. And then when you go further west, Highway 290 turns into Highway 71, which is kind of random, but they kind of Y off. It goes like 290 and 71, and that's called the Y. The neighborhood is also called Oak Hill. And it's actually got kind of a similar feel to Northwest Austin. It's a bit flatter. Northwest Austin has lots of rolling hills and canyons, but Southwest Austin, the Oak Hill neighborhood, it's flatter, and it's still got the same older gnarly trees, tons of vegetation, tons of greenery. So anyway, let's check out this home. This particular home is 3,527 square feet. It was built in 2002, and it's got a pretty spacious yard. They are asking $709 for this home. Also, there's 5 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. Let's look through these photos ever so quickly. That's a pretty majestic looking home, at least from the exterior. The interior needs some updating, but generally speaking, it looks like it's been nicely maintained. Let's zoom through. Let's see what this yard looks like. Okay, so they've got a covered patio and a play area. I mean, that's a pretty big yard. And then of course we've got the community center as well. So yeah, they're asking $709 for this home. We're gonna work our way back to South Central Austin, and I'm gonna click on the southernmost home that is for sale. Oh, this is the southernmost. Nope, I'm sticking to this one. Okay. So the home that I clicked on is in kind of like the Travis Heights neighborhood, South Congress area. The zip code for it is 78704, which is a really trendy, very, very high demand neighborhood for a lot of reasons. The main reason is that it's super close to downtown. It's just got a ton of flavor and a ton of texture and culture to it, which is really cool. It's kind of like upgraded Austin. It's got very much the Austin vibe, the original Austin vibe that people absolutely love, but it's a little bit more elevated just because it's been growing. And of course, lots of businesses have been coming in and kind of a new demographic of people is coming in that just takes a ton of pride in home ownership and takes really good care of the area in general. So let's check it out. This home was built in 1961. It's 1,582 square feet. It's got 3 bedrooms and it's got 2 bathrooms. So kind of a smaller home. Asking price for this one is exactly $700,000. Let's take a quick peek at some of the photos. Oh, that's cute. So notice here, this is actually really common. This house doesn't have a garage. It's got a carport, but I mean, that's really common for this area. There's a couple other neighborhoods like in Central Austin that are known for having carports that they hardly ever have garages. So let's see. Cute. Oh. This home looks like it's been well loved. It also looks like somebody turned the garage, what was once a garage, into a living room, which is why they don't have a garage now. How adorable. Cool, I'm gonna zip through. Let's take a look at the backyard. So the backyard for this one is, as you can see, is pretty compact. It's just sometimes what you get in these areas. It really depends. So that is in 78704. And again, that one's listed at 700. Let's zoom back to the map here. Now I'm going to go east. I'm going to look at two neighborhoods in East Austin that are pretty different from each other, just to give you kind of an idea what there is. So I'm going to go to East Austin proper. This is literally a straight shot east of downtown. I believe this home is right off of East 6th Street is what this looks like. This is an older neighborhood. It's, guess how can I say it? Like it's just one of those areas that has been gentrified, and there's still a lot of variety there. There's tons of ma and pa businesses and restaurants and things to do. And it's just a very popular area, and it's growing a ton, and it's very, very walkable. So let's click on this guy here. So what we're seeing a lot in this area, the zip code for this neighborhood is 78702. There are some older homes that were built, I would say anywhere from 1930 to 1960, and they were little tiny houses. Those have been remodeled. And then there are also newer construction kind of condo-like homes, which is what this guy basically is. So let's take a look. This home was built in 2020, so it's brand new. 1,775 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and it's saying 4 bathrooms, 3.5. That's a lot of bathrooms for 1,700 square feet, you guys. That's nuts. Okay, asking for this is $699. And keep in mind, this is kind of a condo home, and I'll show you what that means. So this is really the rendering for it. I actually don't know if this house is ready. I haven't seen this one, but let's see. Let's see. Yeah, looks like it's ready. Here it is. So this is pretty typical for this area. You've got the concrete floors, high ceilings, lots of windows, natural light, very modern. This is very, very much what is going on in this neighborhood, and as well as the neighborhood that I was talking about prior, 78704, kind of the South Congress area. Okay, so in this photo 20 here, we can see what I was talking about as far as this being a condo home. So what builders are doing here, they're doing it in like South Central Austin and then further northeast Austin as well. They'll buy a plot of land and they'll build basically 2 homes. So you can see in this photo that there's like house A, and then back here is house B, and that's got a condo regime on it. House A typically is larger, not always, but it usually is. And then it's got this extended driveway for house B or house 2 in the back. And because house 2 or house B is usually less expensive, or it's smaller, it's usually less expensive. But they're always the same style. They're always kind of this modern look with the high ceilings and the concrete floors and the big open windows and all of that. So that's what you can get in East Austin for $700,000. One of the last neighborhoods that I wanted to touch on today in Northeast Austin is the Mueller development. Mueller was built, they started in the early 2000s. I want to say it was like 2004 and 5, building these, I wouldn't say modern homes, but they are way more modern looking than the other homes that were traditionally there that were built like in the 60s and 50s. Mueller is a master plan community, and the homes are pretty close together, but they have so much character, and they're colorful, and they're really cute, and it's a very walkable neighborhood, and there's tons of amenities. There's several community pools. It's very community oriented. It seems like all the neighbors know each other. People always wave. It's such a comfortable, cool place to be, and it's just got a really nice vibe about it. So let me show you what you can get in Mueller for $700,000. So this home here that I've got pulled up is actually a pretty typical Mueller home. This one in particular is more of a townhome. There are standalone condos, there are single family homes, there are townhomes and condos. There's a lot of everything, but just keep in mind, pretty much everything's super squeezed together, whether it's single family or not. So this home here is actually fairly new. It was built in 2018. It's 2,316 square feet. It has 3 bedrooms and it has 3.5 bathrooms. Asking for it is basically $700,000. There is an HOA. The HOA fee is $198 a month. And of course that covers exterior maintenance, insurance, and community area maintenance as well. Let's take a look at these photos. And if we look back on the map, part of the reason that Mueller is so popular is because it's really, really close to downtown. It's really close to UT campus. It's got super quick access to all of the highways. Lastly, we are going to look at one more home in Crestview. Crestview is definitely a north central neighborhood. Crestview is located just south of Highway 183 between Mopac and 35. So it's right there in the middle of everything. Let's take a look at this one. This one was built in 1954, which is actually totally on target for that neighborhood. Most of the homes are a bit older. I see things anywhere from like the late 40s kind of to mid 60s over there. It's huge for this neighborhood. This house is massive. They probably did some additions. It's 2,489 square feet. I don't think that's original. Let's see. We'll look at these photos. There are 4 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. And it sits on just over a quarter acre, which is also really large. And they are asking $699,900. We'll just call it $700,000. Let's look at these photos. So there we are. Now you know how much home you can buy for $700,000 in Austin. Like I said, I only focused in on a handful of neighborhoods. There are so many other areas, honestly, that come to mind that we didn't even cross. I might have to do like a second video, a follow-up video to this so we can talk about some other neighborhoods as well. If there's any areas that you know of that you like or that you're curious about and want to see how much a certain budget will get you there, leave a comment and let me know. I'm curious to see what you guys like and what kind of homes you're curious about. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm Daphne Quay, your boss lady realtor here in Austin, Texas. If you are thinking about relocating to Austin and this is your first time on my channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about the ATX, make sure to click that subscribe button and click that notification button so you get notified every time I have a new video. I get calls and texts from folks just like you who are wanting to learn about Austin all the time, and I love hearing from you guys. If you're thinking about relocating to anywhere in the Austin area, make sure to call me, email me, text me, shoot me an Instagram DM, really whatever works. I try to be pretty reachable. If you want to move to the Austin area, I got you.